So do you ever have those days where something happens and your automatic reaction is something totally negative and you have to like stop yourself in the middle of what you're thinking and remind yourself that you're being ridiculous? That totally happened to me just the other day. I came home and there was this notice taped on my door that said that the main water line in my community was going to be turned off for like a few hours. The first thing that popped into my head seriously was, oh my gosh, now I have to take a shower at night. What am I gonna do? What if I need water? Like, seriously? Oh, what an inconvenience. Right about there is when I had to stop and think about my attitude. I mean, how many people are there in the world who do not have running water, who do not have safe drinking water? Seriously, I stopped myself and had to like rethink and put my perspective more globally, because I am so lucky to live in a place where I have running water, where I have water that I can drink. And seriously, so what if the water was turned off in my house for half of a day? Which, by the way, I wasn't even going to be home most of that day. I was going to be at work where there was running water. But even if there wasn't, I mean, even if for a week I didn't have running water in my house, I think I would live. I could, you know, get in my car and drive to the store and buy bottled water to brush my teeth with. I still would have access to water in so many different ways. I could go to a friend's house and shower. It just really got me to thinking how much we take things like water for granted. People in the world do not have water that they can just turn on the faucet and drink. And honestly, in this house, I don't even have that great of water pressure. Like, for a while, I couldn't use my shower because I turned it on and it was like a tiny little dribble. But how lucky am I that I even get that? In perspective of, like, the world, that's insane. That I can walk to, like, any room in my house, pretty much, and have running water. That I can just drink that and not have to worry about getting sick. Not have to worry about drinking waste or it being muddy or my kids getting sick because I had them drink water that I walked forever to get and then they get sick and die. I don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So it really just like hit home for me that I was so irritated that I had to take a shower the night before rather than in the morning when I get up. I had to adjust my attitude, and it just made me realize how lucky I am to live where I am. Do you ever have things like that happen to you? Tell me a story of a time where you had to adjust your thinking. I like to think that I think pretty globally in terms of my problems and my role in society here. I like to think that I think about other countries and third world countries and, you know, people when I make decisions about things. But obviously, my first resort when I see something like this is to complain about how I'm not going to have water for like 4 hours. Sometimes I get so frustrated with my way of thinking